For me, the potential is that wow factor of being able to balance the science and the art of coaching.
For the members, but clearly run by the members as well.
I think it really helps people get out of their own way and really tap into what it is they really want to be, kind of awaken aspiration, tap into that core potential and bring people alive.
Coaching works because I think that it shines a light. It shines a light on people's development.
I think one of the things that makes coaching really effective is that it helps people see they've got more choices than they realised they had.
It's important that senior managers in organisations understand that it adds real value both for them but also for their business. Buys them some time, gives them some space, enables them to think around that wonderful word strategy, whereas most of the rest of their life is spent locked into the day job.
I think because it really empowers people and really supports people to create their own journey, as opposed to somebody maybe directing them or somebody determining where it is that they need to go.
It's really valuable for an organisation to have coaching because it releases potential in people, it opens them up and it enables them to find their own solutions.
I think in coaching there's no other forum for someone to really hear their thoughts out loud and to hear them come to life. And for that purpose, it's a very creative and empowering conversation.
I think first off, I think it's a very privileged relationship that involves the client and the coachee. I think it's a relationship that's focused on people's learning, development and growth. I think from a coaching perspective, I think it's about asking questions that make people stop and think. Because I think in today's society we move around, we rush around so much, so it's a very privileged place to have somebody who helps you stop, think, consider.
I think the proof's in the pudding. You just need to talk to people who have experienced coaching themselves. You know, the inspiration it gives people, the confidence it gives people to be curious about the world again, to try new things, to be better, to perform better. The benefits for an organisation to use coaching with its employees are endless.
Coaching has really changed the way that I behave at work. It makes me more considered in the way that I'll go into, whether it's a meeting or a one-on-one conversation.
It's about injecting a little more sort of mobilisation and helping to, although a lot of resilience is already being built by a number of interventions, it's really helping them to, I suppose, accelerate that resilience, bring it to their awareness and kind of get a greater sense of who they are.
I think there are two key things that you need to consider with coaching. One is when an employee is facing a particular problem, that a coach can come in, offer very specific advice and help them get through it. And I think the second is actually picking out employees who will really benefit from preemptive coaching to give them the tools they will need to progress in their career and become great leaders.
I became more of a strategic player, able to see the bigger picture and to actually put my views forward in, say, a meeting more vocally and more to the point, as well as in one-to-ones.
What we've done recently is build on the great legacy of development that City has. So coaching is now a thread through a lot of the development that we offer our managers and leaders. So our managers and leaders are adopting coaching.
I think our ExCo committee, who are our executive committee within TalkTalk, would be saying about coaching that it gives them an opportunity to give something back to their managers and leaders who work for them, to not only develop somebody holistically in terms of that kind of mind, body and spirit, but also give them confidence to lead in a 21st century PLC.
Coaching now is getting much more out into society. Within the AC, as an example, CSR is really important to us, and many of our members are volunteering, gifting their time to actually give back to community. So whether it's professional coaching or coaching as an ethos, we're seeing coaching go beyond what we normally thought it to be.
I think it's a really, really exciting time. You know, over the past few years, all the literature and research that's come through in the world of neuroscience, social cognitive neuroscience, emotional intelligence, it's really helping to make what we do so much more robust.
There are some big questions about the profession which have not yet been answered. So, for example, is it a profession? Should you formalize admission, training, exit? And these are counterintuitive for coaching and the AC because we're such an inclusive group.
Coaching is moving towards regulation, and that coaches should welcome it as a way of even more legitimising the profession of coaching and helping us grow further, rather than limiting or constraining us in any way.
The coaching buyers have now become key coaching players as well. They're helping to shape the profession.
We need to probably drive coaching to lower levels in organisations. So rather than it being an elitist thing just for the most senior people, my opinion is coaching can make a bigger difference further down the organisation. They make a bigger difference to people early in their careers. They will actually go even further later on.
There is a trend at the moment for organisations to be training people internally in coaching skills rather than spending money on external coaches.
We need to think about ways that we can use webinars, telephone coaching, so that we have a real sense of accessibility for the people who want to use it for their continuous professional development.
One area I'm actually particularly interested in is the use of intuitive online systems as well as computerized systems, so that people can be coached literally by a computer.
One of the things that I think would be absolutely phenomenal is if everyone were coached in the world, because if we were able to do that, I think we would see distinctive change for individuals, for society, and for the world in general.
One of the big benefits of joining the AC is that they get a chance to network with other coaches and have a sense of community. Alongside that, I would say huge advantages of taking part in things like co-coaching events to develop their coaching practice, but also to meet other people and see great speakers at the events that we hold.
Ethical, exciting, entrepreneurial, forward-thinking, highly professional, innovative, collaborative, and that's just some of the words that we use, and we're all of that and much more.
Being a member of the AC gives me an added credibility. It gives me connections to other fellow professionals, and it keeps me in touch with the thinking and developments within the world of coaching.
It's very much, the ethic is very much about serving people. So it serves coaches and it serves the coaching profession.
Professional, okay. Inclusive. The AC welcomes all forms of coaching from all walks of life, and interested.
Having something like the association that can really provide some filters and some help to ensure that all coaches are the very best they could be is hugely important in providing confidence to organisations like the one that I work in.
They give us access to a network of fabulous coaches in the coaching community. I think they give us access to thought leadership to make our coaching practice top-notch.
We now have 5 books out now with Partners Hogan Page around coaching best practice, going on our 6th. We have an academic journal. We've had a number of successful conferences, international and regional conferences, always bringing in the best speakers. We have co-coaching forums. There's members-led portals that brings community of best practice together. There's just so many ways that the AAC connects its members, but also connects coaching and advances coaching.
We've begun the journey now to connect with the other leading bodies to set a common purpose, a common set of principles, a framework around accreditation that's really important for our profession because it ensures that we are credible and that we are walking our talk, if you like, really showing that sort of coach approach. There are so many events people can go to. It's an overwhelming selection at times, and it's a shame there's not enough time to fit everyone in. There's just so many, and it's different networking groups, events. They get top speakers at events too. And of course, we have our local and international conferences. What more can you ask from an association?
In my view, the Association for Coaching should be celebrating 10 fantastic years as being the leading body within the coaching industry. They've come a long way, they do lots of research, they provide lots of development and support for their members, and they really are the most reputable organisation within the coaching industry. So that's something to be really proud of.
I think one of the things as the AC that we have to celebrate over this last 10 years is the fact that we've been at the forefront of professionalising coaching. And we've made a difference in terms of accreditation. We've made a difference in terms of standards, ethics, looking at the needs of coaching purchasers and really pushing coaching into something that not only adds value, but that we're really helping individuals notice that it adds value.
I think there's a lot to commend over the last 10 years in terms of providing a professional platform for coaches starting in the UK, including accreditation and supervision, as well as recognition of training providers and providing a forum through online means and also the conferences for the profession to develop its credentials.
I'm just as passionate about the AC today as I was 10 years ago. I still wake up every morning feeling really proud to be part of such an association. And the elements that make that up for me are the people I work with, so the great teams we have on board, our members and what they do, and the services we create, and being part of that dynamic, vibrant community.
The AC has been built on an entrepreneurial and pioneering spirit. And I think that's really important for us, that we continue to pioneer, that we continue to innovate, and that we continue to stretch the boundaries of the professional global coaching community.
Our strategy is both a local and a global approach. It's the both. And so what's really exciting here is actually speaking to members across the globe about what does coaching need in their respective local markets, what do we need to do to support them, and how can we do that?
We now have a presence in 45 countries, and I'm really excited about seeing that grow.
The whole profession, it's become much more sophisticated. It's got its journal, it's got the conferences, and it's very well thought of.
Finally, for me, this time, 10 years on, is a moment in time to take a pause. It's a time to take a pause to celebrate. It's a time to take a pause to be thankful, to really be grateful for not just where it's come. I mean, coaching is now just about a profession, I think most would say, and it's been remarkable, the journey, and it continues to be a journey. We are a volunteer-led organization. These are people that give their time to actually, because they care passionately about what the AC is about and what it can become. So I'd like to say thank you.